All right, let's take a look at the Merch by Amazon website, what it takes to request an invitation, as well as signing in and looking around the dashboard. Now, the first thing you want to do if you don't have a Merch by Amazon account is go to merch.amazon.com and request an account or request an invitation. If you are a seller, don't use your seller account. I recommend using a fresh new account. I wouldn't even use your buyer's account because your login is going to be tied to that account. So nice fresh new account. Click on request invitation, put in all your information, and then wait patiently. Now, I have heard of people not getting their email being sent saying, hey, you have an account. So every now and then you probably want to come to merch.amazon.com and try to sign in. Now, you do not need an account to look at the resources section. So please become familiar with this. Don't wait until you have an account and then say, I'm going to go in and I'm going to read the frequently asked questions. No, do that now so you understand the platform, because you can make designs now and get them up on Cafe Press and Redbubble and Zazzle and all these other sites while you wait for your Merch by Amazon account. So here we are in the resources section. It does say sign out and has dashboard as if we are logged in, even though we're not, although we will log in here in a second and look at the dashboard. But you see here the resources that they give you. They give you a whole best practices section, royalty calculation, content policy, and promotions policy. Now, some of the things in here are related to the app developers and promoting your shirts through an app. That's not what we're going to be doing. We're just talking about using it as a content creator. So best practices here, you should read all of this. It's not that long. Okay, I'm not going to read it for you. I'm not even going to copy and paste it for you because this can change and this can update. Okay, so I recommend coming in and looking at these pages every now and then to see what's been updated. And once we log into my account, I'm going to show you where they update it for you, so you have a nice, easy place to check and stay on top of all the changes that will be coming in the next months and the next years as the platform develops and matures. You have to be aware of the changes, because if something changes, you may have to go back and change or edit some of your shirts. So take a look at the best practices. It's going to tell you how to optimize your shirts on the platform. Royalty calculation. It's going to tell you exactly what you can expect to earn on each one of your shirts based on if it's front and back design, based on the price, based on all the fees that go along with Merch by Amazon. You're going to know exactly how much you're going to make per shirt. And you can use that for yourself, or maybe you're making shirts for someone else, for a company, for a fundraiser, and you can find out exactly how much they're going to earn on each sale, so they know ahead of time when they're promoting the shirts. The next one here is content policy. Read every word. It's not going to give you a list of everything you can and cannot do, but there are going to be some keywords you can't use, such as trademarked words. You can't put those in your title or in your description. I've got another video for you guys simply about trademark and copyright. But read through this, all right? No pornography, no promoting violence, no profanity. Now, profanity, what is profanity? Is this word bad enough, or is this word, it's on TV? Is that okay? And it is going to be subjective sometimes. You may submit a shirt that goes through one time and the same word gets it rejected another time. That's just part of the platform. Don't get upset about it. Just roll with it, but just be aware of the content policy, because you are responsible for the content of your Merch by Amazon listings and designs. You, 100% you. And if it comes back, Amazon's going to blame you. Okay, so be familiar with the content policy and keep yourself out of trouble. Promotions policy isn't really going to apply to the content creator side of this. They are going to give you a lot of tools. Okay, so they have t-shirt templates here. So whether you're using Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop or GIMP, they're going to give you the exact template that you can use to create your designs so that you know that they're going to be up to spec. Now, I told you guys in an earlier video, you simply need 4,500 pixels across or wide by 5,400 pixels up and down or tall. 300 DPI is recommended, although it's not required. And also PNG files, because PNG files support transparent backgrounds. That's really it. You can make your own. You can go into Photoshop and say create a new document, 4,500 by 5,400, 300 DPI, and when you save it as a PNG. That's what I do. Now, if you want to use the Photoshop template, you can download it here completely free. Now, they do have promotions template, and you can use these to make Facebook images, although it's probably going to be easier to make them a different way. And the SDK stuff is for app developers. FAQs. Read these. Every single one of them. It'll only take you a few minutes. Well, there are a lot here. It's going to take you a little while. But it's not going to take you forever. Okay, but you guys really need to read the FAQ. It's going to help you get started on the right foot. This is not eBay, not to talk bad on eBay, but you can make mistakes on eBay, and there's really not going to be anything bad that happens. You know, you can just, get your listing taken down and put it back up. Amazon really isn't that way. If you screw up enough times, especially right at the beginning, if like 5 of your first 10 shirts that you put up require all this manual review and it's obvious copyright violation, you may lose your account right at the beginning. Right? Now, if you have one mistake, it's something that's not obvious, I really don't think Amazon's looking to terminate and suspend accounts like on a bit of a witch hunt. But if you clearly don't read the FAQs and keep uploading stuff with your website in the description and making a lot of work for Amazon, don't be surprised if they terminate your account. Legal. There's a lot of terms of service stuff in here. This is not legal, as in like, tell me if it's legal to upload this celebrity's image. That's not what the services agreement is about. But go through and look at all this stuff. The program materials license agreement, the terms of use, ad network stuff really isn't going to affect you as much. But I want to make this very clear. You are responsible for the content of your Merch by Amazon images, titles, and descriptions. You are. Amazon isn't the filter where you upload it and Amazon's going to tell you if it's okay or not, and they're going to just be the lawyer for you, or they're going to be the common sense for you. No, you need to make sure that your shirts, your designs, your titles, and your descriptions are all legal, are all not breaking any rules, aren't violating copyright or trademark. That's on you. If you're not sure, find out before you upload. Ask somebody. Network with other people online through Facebook and find out if, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. A lot more on that in another video on trademark and copyright. So you go through here. They do have a contact us button. Even if you're not logged in, you don't have an account, you can still contact Merch by Amazon. So please read this. Even before you have an account, please read every word here on the resources section. Now, let's log in. Okay, so it says sign out, but I'm just going to say go to the dashboard. It's going to make me log in. So I'm going to log in with my account. And it's going to take me to the dashboard. Okay, now it's the 1-year anniversary, so we have a nice cool new image here. You're probably going to see a different image by the time that you log in. It shows your 7-day recent activity. I don't have any ad impressions because I'm not using this as an app developer. I've sold 64 shirts for $811.13 for an estimated royalty of $104.68. So if you extrapolate that over the month, making about $400 a month, doing absolutely nothing, Amazon is doing all of the work. Up here you can see I have 150 products live out of 2,000 potential slots. The tier system is explained in the resources section, but what it really means is if you sell shirts, they're going to give you more slots. Now, if you upload shirts, and you're usually going to get 25 shirts to start, and you upload shirts that don't sell, well, they're not really going to give you more slots to upload more shirts that aren't selling. Okay, so more slots isn't your problem at that point. You have slots being filled with shirts that aren't selling. So if you make things that sell, then Amazon's going to give you more slots. So if you're selling stuff, don't worry about it. You're going to have more slots than you can fill. If you're filling up your slots and nothing's selling, then you have another problem, and you need to address that. And you need to be making shirts that sell, that convert, or send some traffic, or buy them yourself, whatever it's going to take. But you need to be selling shirts to up your available slots. So we're going to walk through uploading a shirt in a different video. This video, we're just walking through the dashboard and all of the tabs that you're going to find in here. So upload finished artwork and create are going to go to the same place. It's going to start the process where I can upload an image. I can do front and back, or just front or just back. Like I said, we're not going to do that. The promote tab is really for the app developers. Okay, so you can take a shirt or a design. If you were using the Amazon App Store, then you could promote the shirt through it, but we're not going to go through that. We do have manage, and this is going to be the products that you've already got up, or maybe you've uploaded a draft and you need to come in and edit it, or you just need to edit a shirt. You want to change the price, or you're worried that, a new policy came down and I need to make sure that I don't have my website listed in the descriptions on any of my shirts because I don't want to get any violations from Amazon. You would come through here and you could edit all of these shirts. And of course you can delete them as well. I've got a bunch in here that I've just been testing that I should go through and clean up all of these. So up here, the last one that we have is Analyze. And that's going to allow you to look back at all of your shirts. Now, this is supposed to be 90 days, although if I go back 90 days, it doesn't always work. But let's back it up. So we're looking at, about 2 months here, and let's see if it works. And it worked, so good. I like that. Doesn't always work. It's not a foolproof system. You can download this as a CSV, and I don't really know what kind of order it's putting these in. You can see I sold 96 of this shirt, 38 of these, 20 of these, only 2 of these. I'm sure I have a bunch of ones. It's a bunch of ones all the way through here. And it tells you the revenue that you generated as well as the royalties. Now, some of these, I'm earning very little royalty. I don't know how I sold 20. Oh, because I canceled 3. So I'm only making 1 penny royalty on these. This is some of the first shirts that I upload, and I was experimenting with price. And, the 1 cent royalty. I mean, I'm not making money on that, but that's fine. Some of the shirts are just testing the platform. So you can see, what's selling. You can go through and you can get all the details on the colors and the sizes and use that for some kind of research to say, what's the most popular color that's being sold on this. And then say, you know what? I keep making all these colors and I just need to make only black because everybody just wants to buy my black shirts. And maybe I'm giving them too many choices and it's not converting by having 5 different colors, which choice can lead to indecision. So if you see that, hey, they're only buying black, maybe just make black shirts. So use the data and kind of go with the data. And that's really it. This is a pretty simple interface. You're going to get kind of hooked on coming in here and saying, oh, did I sell any shirts? Let me update it. How many shirts did I sell today? You wake up in the morning, did I sell any shirts overnight? It does update pretty quickly in here. If you buy, you'll see this. If you buy one of your shirts and then you go and log in, how quickly you'll see it here in your account. Don't worry about the cancellations. I have seen people, well, why did these 5 people cancel? I don't know, and I don't care. Right? I'm actually glad they canceled because it's better than them getting a product they didn't want, potentially leaving a negative review, not wanting to come back and buy from Amazon in the future because they had to return it and it was a hassle. No, Amazon lets them cancel. It's no big deal. I don't know why they cancel. Sometimes they may buy 24 shirts. You get all excited. They come back and they cancel 24 shirts. I don't know. So the cancellations here, I don't know. To me, I'm not really interested. I don't know why I would need to know this. But they tell you just in case you want to know. So that's the Merch by Amazon website and dashboard and resources section. Please become familiar with it. The last thing I want to make sure you guys see is this right here. So if you don't read the FAQ, if you don't read the resources and the best practices, every time you log in, and I wish they would almost make this like in bold red or green or something, read these. Right, this is 9:30. This is just a few days ago. They updated 9:16. They updated the FAQ. Right. So what's new? What's important? Is there a change in policy? The big one that came through with this FAQ update was no websites and no reference to where the shirt was made or ships from. So they don't want to say, hey, made in the USA or ships from the USA. Because while that may be true right now, it may not be true in the future when merch expands internationally, when they start sourcing blanks from different places. It may not always be the USA. It's not saying that they're not right now or even in the future, but there's no point in putting that in there. That's not what needs to be part of the description, so they're cleaning it up. The merch platform is still very new. There's going to be changes like this. There's going to be fee changes, and you need to pay attention. So please, every time you log in, look right here, see if there's something new, and read it and see if it applies to your listings. And if it does, you may need to take some action. But it's way better to take some action now, and Amazon will be very forgiving to say, look, it came out, I'm working on updating them all, instead of waiting until you get a bunch of violations on your account. You don't want to put your Merch by Amazon account in jeopardy of being suspended or possibly terminated. It is just much too valuable.